Conversations for Self. My name is Simona, and here is where I share my personal experience with healing heartbreak and emotional trauma. If you like and enjoy the content that I share with you here, I ask that you hit the subscribe button and that you also turn on the notification bell so that you can be alerted when I post a new video. So today I was thinking about the coming of the new year that will be here before we know it. This year has gone by extremely fast, and here we are, very close to Thanksgiving holiday here in the United States, and Christmas will be here, and soon after that, we will immediately after Christmas, almost, we will have New Year's, and there is a tradition here of New Year's resolutions. And one of the bigger ones is New Year, New Me. And there's a list of things that people want to do to improve on who they've been the year before, and the year before that, and the year before that, and the year before that. And usually those resolutions are very short lived. It's just the excitement of getting to put a different year at the end of year, month, and day. It feels different. It feels new. It does feel like a new start. And there's nothing wrong with that. However, I am an advocate for just being your best you year round, being your best you as often as you can. Not just because it's New Year, and not just because it's a mile marker on a calendar. I am an advocate for doing something small, small steps, baby steps, to make big changes. Because when we try to make big changes, it becomes difficult because we, as humans, we are creatures of habit, and we are comfort creatures. So we like having routine, we like habit, we like our comfort. So major changes can again seem exciting until we actually attempt them, and then it's just way too much. It's too much of a task to take on at one time. Uh, I do encourage everyone to resolve to just overall be a better version of themselves starting today, and then waking up tomorrow and having the same resolution, and then waking up the next day and having the same resolution. And it does take repetition, and it does take just effort, conscientious effort, conscious effort, in order to make the changes that need to be made to to change, to affect change. So again, in the idea of becoming someone new, there it seems to be like we're disassembling ourselves, and we're putting on all new parts, and we're becoming this brand new, fresh out of the box version of this person who is created in perfection. And really, when you're doing your healing journey, or when you have been led to just heal, hurt, pain, wounds, traumas, you're not changing into anyone new. What you're doing is you're enhancing the person that you've always been, buried under the layers of pain, hurt, heartbreak, um, just family burdens. It's just it is just that you are discovering who you were already born to be. And again, just enhancing the wonderful, happy, healthy person that you have been on the inside. You are allowing that person within yourself to come out into the sunlight, to be seen, and to experience life the way that we are meant to experience it. We are all born with gifts and talents and with purpose. Some gifts, are very unique, very different. Some talents are very unique, very different. Some purposes are very unique and very different. And you really don't want to do away with who you are at the core, because then you fall into the trap of pretending. And when you're pretending, you cannot hold on to that for long at all. You can't pretend to be something that you are not. You cannot pretend to be someone that you are not and be happy. Because again, the stress and the strain of pretending to be this ideal that you feel will make you happier, or that you feel will improve your life. And that, unfortunately, is not how it works. It's not. But in also in uncovering the you that you were born to be, and uncovering your gifts, your talents, your purposes, what you don't want to do is hold on to the old ways of doing things, the old patterns of doing things. You don't want to continue doing, doing anything the way that you used to do, because usually, again, if you're on a healing journey, the way that you've been doing things has been flawed and broken anyway. So you definitely want to look at the new habits that you want to have, the happiness that you want to have, the goals, the dreams that you want to obtain and attain. So again, you're uncovering who you really are at the core. And not only uncovering who you are, but loving who you are and accepting who you are. And loving yourself enough to put boundaries up to protect who you are. Because, you have every right to be you, and you have every right to be happy, and you have every right to have the gifts and the talents that you have. And it may not be something that someone else has. And you may be the only one with certain gifts, certain talents, certain purposes and callings. But that's in being unique. And to me, in my opinion, things that are unique are more valuable, because it's something that you don't see every day. It's something that you can't have every day. We know in retail, things that are unique have higher value. In jewelry, things that are unique have higher value. Things that are fake, fraud, can be manufactured, created in a lab, don't have as much value. Diamonds versus cubic zirconium. It's just it's just not the same. But it's not just that. The value is different. The quality is a higher quality. So you want to be unique. You want to be yourself. You want to love yourself. You want to love who God created you to be. You want to love the talents that God gave you. You want to love the quirks that God gave you. You want to love your uniqueness, because I don't go for the, I'm cut from a different cloth, because we weren't cut from a continuous, roll of fabric. We were intentionally made. We were, intentionally created. And with that being said, um, again, we're not meant to look like everyone else, to sound like everyone else, behave like everyone else. We're meant to be unique and to celebrate our uniqueness. And part of the healing journey is, again, just learning to be okay being you, learning to love you totally, completely, and to, whatever someone else's opinion of you is, that's their business, that's their problem. If they have a problem with you, you should not have a problem with you just because someone else has a problem with you. And just again, just like an argument, I mean, you should not be drawn into anger because they are angry. You keep your peace, you know? So, again, it's not about, new year, new me. It is, I'm loving me day after day. I'm enjoying the woman that I am day after day. And I celebrate me, and I celebrate everyone else who is unique and in their uniqueness. Because again, God created us individually. We did not come off an assembly line. We may have gotten here in a similar fashion. There are things that we do share, experiences, growing, um, you know, childhood, adulthood. There are things that we do share that are similar, but even in that, no two births have been alike. No two childhoods have been exactly alike, day by day, minute by minute, blow by blow, play by play. So again, um, we are unique individuals. We are. And it is okay to be different. Different. Celebrate. Celebrate that. Love that. Embrace it. Be unapologetic about it. Be the you that you are meant to be. Because once you embrace yourself and you enjoy being who you are at the core of who you are, then you will find happiness. And those boundaries that you need to put in place so that you're no longer a doormat, you're no longer codependent, and you're no longer a yes person, those boundaries come very easy, and it is automatic. Like, it becomes so automatic to hold on to your peace, your happiness, your joy, that God-given peace, that God-given joy. Because definitely, if you're here, then, then God is ordering your footsteps and getting you to the place that you desire to be. And one thing about it is that God is definitely a gentleman. He doesn't force us into happiness and doesn't force us into anything. But once we accept the assignment, then that's a whole different ball game. Expect to be taken through the fire, so to speak, to burn off impurities. Again, he sits as a refiner of silver, and it's not in alchemy where we're turning wood into silver, or where we would be turning anything else into silver. It is the burning off process. You always, always, always this precious, precious substance. And in order to have the value that you need, it is going to take a burning off process. And that burning off process is painful. It is difficult, but it's very worth it. It is so worth it. It is so very worth it. And some of you mothers that may be watching this, you'll understand when I say, a labor of love. The healing process is definitely a labor of love for yourself to birth the person that you already are deep down inside. And as I always say, self-love and true emotional healing, with God's help, are very, very necessary.